Embrace the magic.
Okay, in this video I want to talk about armor and more specifically the different types of armor, heavy, medium, light, and pajamas, which is no armor, and seeing which one is best. The results may astound you. Okay, so starting off with heavy armor, let's see how much armor it gives us. With a full plate, you have an armor +9, and then an enhancement of +5, and with the mythic heavy armor focus avoidance, you get half your strength bonus to AC as your dexterity bonus. So here I have +14, divided by 2 is a +7. So overall, not bad. So let's see how that works in combat. One thing to note is that if you're using the mythic heavy armor avoidance, armor training has absolutely no use since it gets overridden. Here you can see that I was flat-footed and I lost the +7 dexterity bonus, which is actually from strength. So just keep in mind that the mythic heavy armor avoidance bonus is dexterity, and if you become flat-footed, you will lose the bonus unless you have uncanny dodge. Okay, so let's talk about medium armor, and this is the one that really surprised me. Basically, you have two mythics that help with armor class. And starting off, you still have a +14 armor bonus because you can use a mithril full plate. Even though you need heavy armor proficiency to use it, it counts as a level lower, so it counts as medium armor. As for the mythic armor avoidance, you get to add your con modifier to the maximum dex bonus your armor permits. The mythic armor endurance adds 50% of the armor's value. So here you can see I have the full dexterity bonus of +11. Mithril full plate allows a +3 dex bonus, so I could actually increase my dexterity by 6 to get a +14 dex bonus if I wanted to. And observe the equipped armor bonus of +6 at the bottom. This is because I have a +12 armor value, and that divided by 2 is 6. So yes, as can be seen here, I have a much higher armor class. Medium armor is really good. But what about light armor? Well, there's not much to say. The armor values are generally lower, and the mythic avoidance gives you plus mythic levels to your maximum dexterity. The biggest problem with this is that you have to wait for your mythic ranks to get higher, and you are limited to a maximum dexterity bonus. But what about pajamas? Or as is more common, dipping in monk. In this case, I'm actually dipping in sorcerer, so I can get archmage armor, which can only be cast from a spellbook. So obviously the advantage of being pajamas is that you can scale 2 stats, and there's no cap on either of them. This means at higher stat ranges, pajamas will beat every other armor there is. So here's a little graph I made. This considers mythic rank 10 and stats between 20 and 60. So at the lower range, you can actually see medium armor is the best, since let's say you have 20 in all stats. A mithril full plate would have 9 base armor plus 5 enhancement, which is 14, half of that 7 from mythic, and then plus 5 dexterity, which will give you 26. Archmage armor at MR10 would give you 14 armor, plus 5 from dexterity, and plus 5 from either wisdom or charisma. However, let's consider a more realistic scenario where you don't have Archmage armor because you don't have the spell, and you use braces of armor plus 7. And let's say your strength is more easily buffed. Here's what you will have. You see that medium armor is actually better until your stats get around 38 to 40. And in this graph, I'm also assuming that strength is 20 points higher than other stats because it's more easily buffed, but still it doesn't go beyond 3rd place. Leather armor though is capped, sadly enough, so here I consider that at MR10 it will have, let's say a mithril chain shirt plus 5 will have 9 AC. Naturally it has plus 6 to dex, plus 10, so 9 plus 16, 25. So yeah, that's the armor breakdown. Pajamas still rule, but at least with medium armor, if you have high dex and con, you can be very competitive. And even heavy armor if you have shitloads of strength. Also keep in mind I isolated other bonuses. Most of the bonuses are pretty much the same for all armor types, like for example deflection bonus. There is the case of shield bonuses. If you monk dip, you're not going to use a shield, so you might be relying on an alchemist to give you a shield which is only a +4 bonus. But if you have, say, a tower shield +5, you would get a +9 bonus. More if you count greater shield focus, shield wall, and feats that no one ever uses. But what armor do you prefer to use? Pajama tank or armored tanks?
Thank you for watching, fellow wizard, and may magic be with you.